And today is the invitation for you to join this journey, where we are looking forward for like-minded people who really want to build consulting as a practice. So Franchise India is largely working in three formats. We'll give you a little overview on that. One is that we are working with investors on one side and helping them, hand-holding them, and selecting a right business opportunity for each investor, because it is highly risky when you are talking about investing in any other business, because you have some limited information, limited knowledge, then it becomes very, very risky. So that's where in Franchise India have completely authorized service, which we are advisory service, sorry, which we are providing to all the investors, to helping them, hand holding them, and guiding them to select that right opportunity. On the other side, we are also working with businesses at startup level and helping them to grow in different markets, and also taking them to international level as well. Third business, which is we are talking about, is resale. So we talk about investments, we are talking about scaling up, and we are talking about resale of the business, wherein we help existing business owners and existing franchise owners to come out of that business, and we are helping them to get a new investor on board. Uh, as I said, Franchise India journey 27 years. So we are a trusted advisory firm wherein we are building up a franchise network for businesses on one side and helping investors for other side also. So in this, what we do, we help our uh, investors, and we have expanded our business in different cities. Today we are in 97 cities, having 1,200 people working in Franchise India. And 97 cities, we have built this network through independent franchise consultant. These are all business partners who have joined us in different cities. And now we are looking forward for expansion in different cities. And that's why this exclusive webinar we have started. Today's webinar is live in India, it is live in Nepal, it's live in Sri Lanka, it's live in Bangladesh, and also in the UAE markets as well. So we are seeking now new partners, because we are diversifying our business further through our independent franchise consultants. We want to reach out to smaller cities as well, wherein there is a huge business out there, because every household today, at least one person who is looking forward to start a new business. So there is none outside Franchise India who can help these investors to find out a right business opportunity for them. If we talk about a lot of NRIs who have come back to India, they are looking forward to invest, they're looking forward to start a new business, but they do not have that capability of location, region, and having knowledge of the brands and businesses wherein they want to invest. That's how it becomes a very, very important role for Franchise India to help them, to guide them, and get this business done. So as we said, that we are a brokerage company wherein we help investors and brands to meet and get these deals and partnerships done. Uh, so as I said, we are live in many countries today. So today, if you see, we have panel also. Let me introduce you who is there with us today. We have our regional heads. Why we have invited them? Just to give you an overview that how we are going to support our network to help them locally to build their businesses. Not only we are helping them in daily businesses how to do this business, we are also helping them in different contests which we are launching every quarter for our IFC partners. Very, very interesting, because our partners who are joined us are going 4 international contests we are launching, and they are going international destination every year. So every quarter there is a contest which we launch for them. So that becomes them, very important for them to qualify, and our team is helping them to qualify for that also. So today we have invited regional heads along with the management team to give you overview of this webinar, which is independent franchise in franchise consulting business opportunity. But before that, let me introduce, we have our regional heads. Mr. Shakti Well, if you'll see, we have, he's a senior leader with us from Chennai markets along with Kapil. So we have our own branch in Chennai, which is for Tamil Nadu, and they are helping our independent franchise consultants to guide them further how to do this business, and also helping them in terms of qualifying all these contests also. We have Sanket joined us from Ahmedabad. He takes care of Gujarat market. We have Ravi joined us from Hyderabad. So we have our team in Hyderabad, a lot of IFC partners. Rather, we have a lot of women entrepreneurs also who have joined us as IFC partners. And we have around 7 women entrepreneurs in Hyderabad itself. Because that's why we feel that if there is any like-minded person who is looking forward to start this business with Franchise India, we invite them. But otherwise, if they want to start any other business, which is very difficult to run, which is very difficult because in terms of investments also, if they have some capability of consulting as a background, they want to consult, and this becomes a very good opportunity for them also. We have Bimal joined us. He has joined us from Kolkata. He takes care of East region and also Nepal and Bangladesh market also. He takes care. We have Mukund joined us. He is in Pune and he takes care of rest of Maharashtra and Pune market, and Shweta takes care of Mumbai location. We have Rashmi also joined us from UAE. So we warmly welcome all of them also in this webinar, along with Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She is our Managing Director of Franchise India. And also we have joined us our Chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, also to give some perspective and to welcome you in this webinar, wherein we will also understand what is Franchise India journey at large, and also what is franchise as an industry, how big this is, and what is the opportunity next 10 years, 12 years, and what is the vision of Franchise India, and why we are looking forward for new partners to join us. Because if this business is growing, how it is growing, and what is the size, and then what is the international brands who are looking forward for India as a market to enter, because this becomes a launch pad for international brands to enter in India. And we are also organizing a world's largest franchise and retail exhibition in Delhi next month. That also we will touch upon and give you some overview on that also. Before I invite Ms. Sonia to talk about the industry specific and also the journey of Franchise India, I would like to welcome our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, to welcome you all and set up the perspective of this webinar. Welcome, sir. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Sanjay, and welcome, friends, and welcome to Independent Franchise Consultant webinar. And so you can see already that we have a large team which has joined from different parts. We have Rashmi, who's joined from Dubai, which looks after the Middle East operations. We have FIHL, obviously from Chandigarh. I'm sure Sanjay would have done the introduction, but this webinar is not limited to only Indian market. But we have friends joining from Bangladesh, Nepal, Middle East, and some other markets. And we're very proud today that we are the world's largest franchise solution company. It runs and operates in 10 countries. And India, obviously, we have large operations running over 90 cities. And my apologies for a little delay as I'm traveling. So I'll pass it on to Sonia. And just before Sonia comes in, Sonia comes with 20 years of experience in franchise consulting and broking. She's built a very large team across India and overseas which are working on helping people to start a new franchise. And we'll talk about that. So Sonia, over to you to run through a little bit background about Franchise India, our journey, and even Fran Global. So friends, we have 2 brands which we will talk about. Rather, we have 3 brands. One is Franchise India, which we use in India. Then we have Fran Global, which is run outside India, and FranCorp, which is a US-based consulting firm. So all 3 businesses are separate, but obviously part of the same group. So over to you, Sonia, for running the whole journey of our group and also talking about the business of franchise brokerage, which we are going to talk about today in detail. And friends, use this Q&A box because when you're joining in, you have a lot of questions. You want to understand about the business model. You understand how it can be relevant for you, what it takes to become an independent franchise consultant, or any other question which comes to your mind. Please ask this question on the Q&A box. We will be happy to take your questions. Rather, it will not only help you, but it will also help a lot of other people who've joined in. And we see many people joined in. So thank you once again for taking time out and be part of this, because 5 o'clock on a Thursday evening is very busy time. It's the middle of the week. So if you're joining in, it shows your seriousness. And equally for us, it's very important that we give you full understanding about this program. And so over to you, Sonia. And then probably once Sonia is done, then I'll take it from there.
You and friends, a very good evening. Welcome you all to the webinar today. And like Sanjay also said, it's a program to associate as a channel partner of Franchise India and Fran Global. And before I go further on, talking about what our company also does at large, I would also like to extend invitation to all our friends who have joined in today. And from the registrations which I saw just before this webinar started, I'd like to welcome our friends who have joined not only from India, but Nepal, Bangladesh, Middle East, and Sri Lanka. That's where I saw in these countries where I saw the registration coming in. So there are two bigger invitations which I like to extend. We have a show which is the largest show, the world's largest franchise show, which is happening on 18th and 19th in Delhi. Which is at IICC Center. This shows brings in about 600 plus companies from India and about 11 overseas market. And also the show is visited by more than 40,000 business buyers who are looking at buying a business for themselves. So if you need more information, please let us know. We'll also share the website and the link that you can get more information on the show. And the second invitation I want to extend is for the show that is on Saturday, which is the Kathmandu show. It is happening on Saturday, 27th of April in Nepal, which is the Kathmandu Marriott Hotel. We're bringing in almost about 40 international opportunities that day. We have teams which are flying from India to the market. And also a lot of local investors who have shown interest to participate and evaluate these opportunities. So my request to everybody who's joined in from Nepal would also be to visit this event. I'll be happy to share more information on both these shows post the webinar. And as you see, a channel forms a very critical part of our business because it takes most of our time share. We have on this webinar the leadership and the management of the company. So it's important we spend time to explain who we are, our business, our group companies, the industry at large, and why and the IFC program and how you as an individual can qualify and get selected to become a IFC partner. So what is this opportunity that we're getting? It's something that we'll talk about. And what is this industry? And will it be relevant in the coming, say, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of time? The second part would be more from the valuation point of view, where you evaluate is franchising right industry to get in or not, right? And third is the reward and the risk of getting in the industry. And finally, which is extremely important because that is very, very personal, is to validate yourself before you get in, which means that do you have the required skills to do something like this, the resources, and most important of all, the time which is required to become a consultant or a channel partner with Franchise India. Because our biggest product is time, and that is our one prime requisite for people to partner with us. And as you see, the core driver and the foundation of our business is entrepreneurship, and also the initiative or the premise, so to say, for us to start the IFC program has been to work with entrepreneurs like yourself as our partners who have that skill and intent, in fact, to drive further entrepreneurship. And a larger part of our community today, especially if I look at even overseas market, not only limited to India, but international markets and about 97 cities in India where we have a presence, is contributed by IFC partners, and this community is becoming bigger every day. And having said that, almost every week when we do this webinar, we get nearly 1,000 inquiries of people who want to understand the opportunity. But there's very handful of profiles that are selected for an interview and finally become partners. So we believe, more deeper and larger distribution that we have through this entrepreneurship program, we'll be able to capture the opportunity which is ever growing. So today, when you look at the industry at large, you will all acknowledge that more and more people are starting their entrepreneur journey. They're buying more businesses than they were buying maybe 5 years back, 15 years back, 20 years back. And similarly, even more companies are also getting into franchising and they are selling their products or services via franchise route than it was the case maybe 27 years back when we started Franchise India. And this is not going to stop here because the space is getting bigger. It is getting larger. There are more entrepreneurs today and aspiring to become entrepreneurs than in the history of entrepreneurship in the world. Hence, we've always worked as a company to develop our capabilities in terms of the solutions that we can offer and also the capacities through the distribution that we have in India and overseas market. So as a start your own business specialist, we work with a very large entrepreneur community and have actually positioned ourselves as an investor-centric and a franchise-focused firm. And we know the opportunity, in the market always existed, but the ecosystem maybe 27 years back was missing. So we created this ecosystem to connect the community and to service the demand. Hence, the only platform I would say to start your own business. Today, anything that you would Google to start your own business or franchising at large, Google would direct you to the websites of Franchise India. So the last more than 2.5 decades, our journey had been very, very enriching ever since we started in 1999. And I would say all that I'm talking about and what we've achieved and come a long way was not something that we were able to do overnight, but it took us these many years to establish our brand equity. And today, as I speak, we have a staggering 90% market share in the industry. And we bring solutions to this ever-growing and very dynamic franchise industry. Started from 1 city to 97 cities, 1 country to 11 countries, and 20 more countries is what we plan to be by the end of this financial year. So there are 3 or rather 4 entities, businesses. The Indian business comes under the Franchise India umbrella. And our international business, IFC partners, they all come under the FAN Global program. And that's the market entry specialist, which is operating in more than 11 international markets outside India. We are a fully integrated company and the largest franchise development company and the distribution company, because there's nobody who sells more franchisees or more business than Franchise India and FAN Global. And largest distribution company because of the spread and the uniform presence that we have. It is not a cluster, rather our spread even in India across 97 cities is very, very uniform. So today, I'm proud to say that our company is a trusted advisor to many of India and also many global influential respected business houses. And we also work very closely with this very big business buyer community who's looking at starting a business. And again, this is spread across different spectrums. So what we have done all these years has also created a big entry barrier for anyone to do what we currently do. But at the same time, the value proposition is so compelling for the entire community that it is very difficult for anybody to replicate what we are doing. So there are 4 entities, I would say. The biggest, or I would say the first entity that we started developing was our media company. So the exhibition I talked about is something which is led by the media business of ours. We do about 120 large exhibitions in India. There are 20 larger exhibitions that are also happening this year outside India. We run 3 larger publications, of which 2 are our own publications, and one is a publication called Entrepreneur, which is in fact the world's largest amongst the top 3 publications headquartered in US, and we are their partners for entire Asia. We run the largest market platform for business owners, buyers, I would say, and also business owners, which are companies, and a website called franchiseindia.com, which would have nearly 16,000 companies. You will find the opportunity listed on the website. And this platform nearly, interacts with more than by 10 million people, where people can find opportunities based on their interest, investment, and also the rollout based on the brand. They can figure out what locations are suitable, from a unit franchisee to a master franchise to an area franchise to a multiple unit franchise opportunities. The second platform is largely for companies, and this is a very powerful platform, which is a platform where 2 of our entities in fact work. One is the entity called FranCorp. Now, this is the consulting arm of Franchise India. FranCorp is not an Indian company. This is an American firm, which is 47-year-old company present in 20 countries across the globe. And FranCorp is also a pioneer when it comes to the consulting business in franchise industry, which has consulted the names like McDonald's, Hilton Hotels, Hershey, KFC. All these companies in America has been consulted by FranCorp. And Franchise India acquired the rights of FranCorp 18 years back. And ever since then, we have consulted more than, I would say, 20,000 companies who are looking to expand. And very humbly, I say, we have been part of a very large value creation for these companies, which start maybe from the listed companies to unicorns to startup. We work with all shape and sizes of companies. The second part of the scale platform is also the brokerage platform of Franchise India, where our community of investors and also our community of brand owners interact. We take a mandate from these companies. So as I speak, there are more than 800 such exclusive Indian companies who have given a mandate to Franchise India, which includes some of the top leading retail companies, corporate houses of India, to more than 200 international brands where we have exclusive right in India and also many international markets. And investors where business buyers can explore a selection of businesses based on their fitment, which is backed also by expert insights and also thorough analysis. So we understand the requirement of business buyers, their investments, what businesses they are looking at. And these are retail investors, these are HNI investors. We work with also family businesses. We also work with firms to help them buy a business. And finally comes our platform, which is an exit platform, which is largely used by companies who want to sell their business. So they can exit their business through this offering of ours, where they want to exit for different reasons. It could be capital issue, it could be succession issue. So we evaluate these businesses and find a strategic partner or a financial partner for them. So the initiative, friends, for us was not only that the ecosystem was created by us in this community, but we also felt how this opportunity to expand and the community through partnership in the form of IFC channel can actually take place. And since every day new opportunities come into franchising, so the need was to get deeper as well and connect with the community, staying very close to them. And for any business that you want to get in or anything that you want to do in life, the learning curve is always very big for things, especially when we have not done that ever in our life. So through this collaboration, this learning curve can shorten. And more importantly, I would say not only our learning of this 27 years, but validated learning that we bring and share with our partners. So how do we create these meaningful partnerships, purposeful partnership, and also profitable partnership was the idea behind this program. So I'll let Gaurav, if he can talk about more on the opportunity at large and the maybe industry also at large. And we'll also like to know more about you, friends. I think we have shared a bit about what we do as a company. And we'll be happy to also hear from you. And some of you have been raising hands, which I'll request if you write it, we would know more about you. And we would also call out your names, the country or the cities that you come out are based out of. And any questions that you have, please ask. It'll help all your peers and other colleagues also to benefit.
Thank you, Sonia. And friends, just to summarize what Sonia said, we are a platform. We platform do three things. One, helping people who are looking to invest into active business. Any kind of active business you're looking to invest into, which means that you want to run and operate a business, you want to invest into a startup, or you want to acquire a running business. Any of these three things you want to do, we can help you. And the good news is that we are the only company doing that globally. We help people to invest into any kind of active business. Like, for example, if you want to invest into passive opportunity, you want to invest into property, there are a million brokers. If you want to invest into a mutual fund, then there is also lakhs and lakhs of people who are doing that. You want to invest into gold, you want to invest into any commodity. There's so many broking houses, individuals who are helping them. But when it comes to investing into active business, the organization which is world's largest organization is Fran Global and Franchise India. We are world's largest organization to help people to invest into active businesses. Now, this is a huge opportunity, and I'll talk about that. The second thing, which is also a big specialization for us, is help companies scale. Every day we have new startups being born. There are a lot of established companies which are there. Even the largest of the corporates, like in India, we have Tatas and Reliance and likes of them. They all are clients. We help these companies scale to different markets. So our strength is to take developing world brands to developing world. So which means developed world to developing world, which means an American and European brands to this part of the world. And now we are also taking businesses from other parts to cross border, right? So which means that I work with companies based out of Dubai to come to India. I work with companies based out of India to go to Bangladesh or Nepal or places like that. Like we're doing a show in Nepal on 27th. As Sonia said, we're bringing 40 companies. About 20 are global companies. They are American brands, European brands, and we're bringing about 20 Indian companies there. And this is happening in Marriott Hotel. But we do this not only in one market, we're doing in about 20 plus markets this year. So we are doing in Malaysia, Singapore, we're doing Bangladesh. We already done a show in Bangladesh in January. We finished a show in February in Abu Dhabi. We have a show coming in Oman. We have a show coming in Kenya. We have a show coming in even Russia. So we are doing a lot of cross-border businesses where we help companies scale. Just for India, give you estimate, we do 200 franchise shows every single year, which is a phenomenal contribution to building and helping businesses grow and also create entrepreneurs. I don't think any other organization can even visualize the kind of contribution which Franchise India and Fran Global is doing in building entrepreneurs. And this is my personal vision and mission, that I want to really democratize entrepreneurship. I really want to make that every home has somebody who can think entrepreneurship and become an entrepreneur. That's, I rather even tell my employees, I say, you work in Franchise India, work for a few months, year, whatever you decide, and then eventually become an entrepreneur. Because that's our mission. That is the only mission I have in my life, that I want to make more and more people entrepreneur. So that's what we do. In the second side, we help companies scale. I'll give you some examples. Like, for example, there was a company called Ferns and Petals. It's a small flower shop company. We took that business, and now it's the largest flower retail company in this country. Look at even a small tea shop company called Chai Garam, right? We identified this opportunity, great founder, and now they run 400 locations. Look at not food brands also, from a Dr. Lal Path to Metropolis to in healthcare. Apollo Clinics is a major player in our healthcare business. And similarly, if you look at fashion, almost every brand you touch upon, from established iconic brands like Bata's or a new emerging businesses like Nykaa, they all are clients of ours. So we work with companies which are as big as the Nykaas and the Batas and the Reliance and the Tata Chromas. And we work with a lot of early stage startups also to scale their business. And this opportunity is phenomenal, because India and other markets which we operate in is producing so many great startups, and they need help in terms of scaling their business through franchising. So that's the second part of the business. And the third part of the business, which is also very exciting, and we are only one doing that, is a company called Business X. Now, Business X was designed for helping companies who are looking to, or businesses which are looking to exit. So imagine you want to sell your business. Where do you go? Who can help you? Who can do the right valuation for you and find the right buyer? So when you become an independent franchise consultant, you become a specialist for helping people start your own business. That's what your role is. You become a specialist. You become a specialist to help people start their own business. You are become specialist to help companies, businesses grow. You become a specialist to find people exit from their business. These are three things which you do. And as a platform, Fran Global and Franchise India helps you out on that. Now, friends, I've always believed in life, and this is my learning of 30 plus years of my work. And I've been always an entrepreneur, and I've only created entrepreneurs. That's been the only goal I have. The only thing I've learned over the years is, when you have to select an opportunity, always take these 4 points. These 4 points are very important. Rather, you need to connect these 4 points. If the 4 points are not connecting, that opportunity might not be big enough. The first point is what is the genuine problem this opportunity is going to service? Is there a genuine problem which you can address? And ask yourself how serious this problem is, that how many people out there are looking for an opportunity for themselves. They don't know what opportunity is right. Just now, I finished a meeting with one of our IFC partners in Bombay, and a couple came and sat with me 1 hour. They would have actually sat the whole evening, but I had other meetings and this webinar to come in. One was an HR professional for 25 years, and the lady was working in airlines for many years, and they both want to come and start their own business. How nervous they are. They're leaving the corporate jobs. They have worked in so many years. They have savings, some money with them, which can be maybe $100,000. And they are now looking to invest. Now they are passing through a huge amount of social pressure. If they do not do well, they will lose their jobs. They will destabilize their careers. Their kids at that time are in higher education. Their marriages are going to be done. So you are in a lot of fix. You need help. You need help for somebody who has more experience than you, who can guide you in a journey of getting into entrepreneurship. And we get so many thousands of thousands people who write to us. Rather, I sometimes feel helpless that I cannot really address everyone. So many people write to us, and so many people need that answer. And I personally came from the same background. My career started, and I started Franchise India from the same problem. I was a small business owner, and I was hungry to start new businesses, but I didn't know what businesses existed. And there was no medium. There is actually today also outside Franchise India, if you want to select a business, like my friends have joined for Nepal. I've been to Nepal like minimum 50 times. We don't create jobs in Nepal. Let's be honest, right? So many people migrate every single month from Nepal. They leave for opportunity outside while their homes are in Nepal, right? Why? Because they don't find jobs in their own market. They are looking for opportunities in their market. Who can guide them right opportunities? What business they can do? If I ask you, is there a newspaper? Is there a consultant? Is there a government institution? Is there any startup incubation in Nepal or Bangladesh or India or even UAE, which looks like a mature market, which helps you start a new business? None. So whatever you do is you do it, either you're following your friends or family, or somebody tells you come to Dubai and find yourself a job. So you really don't have an opportunity. I meet so many people, even living overseas, and they want to return back to their countries, create and contribute in their countries, but they don't have an opportunity. They cannot define an opportunity. So the first dot is really the problem solving. I feel the problem we are solving is the biggest problem every state head, every country head has. How we can create environment of entrepreneurship and guide people to start their own entrepreneurial journey. That's the problem we're trying to solve. And it's a very, very powerful idea. And when I started this 27, 28 years back, I felt that it was a powerful idea. And today, after 27 years, I feel that the idea is even more powerful. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal opportunity in times to come. This is the real service to nation. This is service to our economy. This is service to our community. That's so powerful in this. So that's the first dot. The second dot is addressable market. I'm not a big fan of doing niche things, which doesn't have a large marketplace. So when you start as an independent franchise consultant in Nepal, everybody is your client. Professionals who are working and want to start their own business is your client. Graduates coming out of colleges are your client. These legacy business owners, I get so many inquiries, and so many people have taken business through us in Nepal also. I'm giving you a small country like Nepal, whose father was running a traditional manufacturing business. Somebody was running a cement business. Somebody was running this business. The kids don't want to do this. They have educated in London, they've educated in US, and they come back and they want to look at opportunities which are different opportunities. They want to do consumption businesses. They want to do different businesses, right? And not everybody has that wisdom to select that opportunity. They want to bring global brands to their market. So that's another area that the total addressable market, we call the TAM, is phenomenal in this opportunity. Every single person becomes your target audience. Every student which is coming out of graduation is your target audience. Every professional who's going every day to office thinking that one day I will not be reporting to my boss, I'll be myself a boss, is your target audience. Everybody becomes your target audience in this thing. Third is the experience you need to have. You can get into an opportunity, but do you have experience to do it? You can also think that this is a great idea of Gaurav Maria. I can also start the same thing in my own country. But the truth is, do you have that experience? When you join Fran Global and Franchise India, you are working with the most experienced team in the world. And I say this with responsibility that nobody has sold more business than what we have sold. Rather, we have a quote that we says, nobody sells more business than Franchise India. And we mean it. We sell thousands of opportunity. And rather, I'm now a program which this year we're running to build 10,000 entrepreneurs. 10,000 entrepreneurs we want to build in this year till March 2025. And this number I want to increase by significant percentage every single year going forward. So this experience come along with you. You obviously bring in your experience. It might be corporate experience, business experience, consulting experience. But when you get the platform of Franchise India, which brings in a collective experience and many years, which nobody else has, becomes a more powerful thing. And the last is the go-to-market capability and timing. The timing has to be also right. Like, for example, do you want to be the one person who is looked up in your own country or own state or own city, which can help people start their own business? Do you have that, capabilities? And if yes, timing has to be right. You need to be a lot of people. Like I met somebody actually unjokingly who wanted to do what I'm doing. I started in 1998. And he was thinking the same thing to do in 1996. I joked with him. I says, if you would have started, I would never be the pioneer of franchising in this country. His missing of timing was my gain, right? It's always about timing. It's always about the timing to do and be first of doing that, because then you build the category. You are the one who's known in the market. You are the one who's in that thing. So ask yourself, is it the right timing for you to get into that? These are 4 blocks which one has to really address and structure. So friends, let's get on to now a very important part. I have 3 questions to ask. And these 3 questions are very important for me to understand what is your ability to be an independent franchise consultant. And I will like that everyone answers these 3 questions. We go one by one. The first question is, introduce yourself, your profile. What is your profile? Are you a professional? Then write P. Just write P so we know that you are a professional. If you are a business owner, write B. If you are a management consultant, any kind of consulting background you have, a management consultant, any kind of coaching, consulting, advisory, learning and development, any of these. Any of these experiences you have, that would be your management consulting experience. And fourth is, if you are in a career change, which means that you are looking for a new career, it's become C. So ask yourself 4 things: professional P, business owner B, management consultant MC, and career change is C. So give us the background, what out of the 4 backgrounds you're coming from. So this is first question, and I will like everyone to answer. And if you can also share your city, it will also help us in terms of doing it. So now you can look at who's writing. So this is Dishan, who's a B and an MC, which means that he's a business owner, but he is also a management consultant. Welcome, Dishan. And Natraj is a business owner. There is Mr. Leknath, his management consultant. Mr. Leknath, we are live to meet you. And there's a young colleague of mine, the actually youngest out of us, all of us, is Isha. I don't know, I cannot see her, but she can get in touch with you. And so I think first job she's joined us. She's too young, and but she was sharp. She will get in touch with you and organize my and Sonia's meeting with you. And then we have Mr. Natraj is from Coimbatore, great market. And Mr. Sarkar, you can use the Q&A box. And then Prashant is a B and a MC. A lot of B and MC, which means that business owners who are management consultants. Actually, great profile, because business brings acumen of business and management consulting brings another skill. So it becomes a phenomenal combination. Mr. Subramaniam is from Chennai. I was yesterday in Chennai, very busy day with my top IFC. We rather went for dinner. And then we have Mr. Hiradhan, which is a professional. Then we have Dinesh Lama, which is a business owner. Dineshji, you are most welcome to our show. Then we have Dishan from Colombo. The next target for me is very big, is Colombo. I want to really, because this is exactly the timing for that country. They've passed through difficult times. They've seen issues. And now only thing which can stabilize the economy is entrepreneurship. Rather, one of the top companies of Sri Lanka, actually, there's a prawn-based restaurant concept, is in my office today in Delhi. So it's called ISO, ISSO. It's a very phenomenal concept. Yeah, ISO prawn. So he's actually sitting in Delhi office today. So we are doing deals in that market, but we know the market very well, and it's a phenomenal market. We want to do a big show in Sri Lanka. So Ariom is a P plus B plus MC. It looks like a big experience, a professional business owner and management consultant. So you're pretty occupied. Then we have Lakshmikant from Nagpur. Welcome, Mr. Lakshmikant. At this stage, Nagpur is happening. And a great market. The whole Vidarbha market is very big and very good for franchising. And also you have to see where people have capital, a lot of agriculture capital, manufacturing money, real estate money is coming in, and not so much jobs. So people seek new opportunities, a lot of infra growth. We have done shows in almost every part of Vidarbha. Every part, Amravati, Yavatamal, you name anything, we have done the show. The biggest mall in that market we have actually handled. So Dave from Chennai, he's also a INC. I didn't understand, but C is obviously career change. Great time when you are in career change, because then you can really think fresh and think what you want to do. Sham is from Hyderabad. Sham, we have a tall man called Ravi, and he can get in touch with you. And while sitting, he is not looking tall, but he's a really tall man. So he can get in touch with you. And then we have Fahim, who's from Dhaka. Again, a great market. Bangladesh, we have already 2 senior independent franchise consultants. So there is a gentleman called Bimal Agarwal, who's sitting from Calcutta. So Bimal would be in touch with you. Then somebody is from Gorakhpur, which is the CM's capital, CM's constituency, and he's a management consultant. Sanjeev, we would like to talk to you, and I will certainly like to talk to you. And then we have Naren, who's from Kathmandu. Naren, let's meet you in our show coming up on 27th. Be part of the show, see how experience the whole structure. It's in Marriott, Kathmandu. And Mr. Yogi is also business owner from there. So Mr. Yogi, please, most welcome. You are invited to us, to our show. Then we have Anand from Hyderabad. I'm going quickly and then we have Pooja Mahesh, he's from Chennai. Pooja, welcome. Pawan from Hyderabad. And then we have Jimmy from Bangladesh. And Jimmy again, Bimal Agarwal would talk to you. And good market. We did a very good show in January, very successful. We've done many shows in Bangladesh. I used to rather go almost every second week or every week, because Sunday was working in Bangladesh. And so my attraction was to go and spend Sunday in Bangladesh and meet entrepreneurs. And so it was only COVID I stopped traveling that much. But this year I've traveled at least 2 times, actually 3 times in this year. From January to this, I've gone 3 times to Dhaka. And then we have another Mohan. Mohan is from Kathmandu. So, and then we have architect Ajinkya from Nagpur and runs a design studio. So creative people also joined in. So good. This brings it to my second question. Now you have to be a little careful in answering this question. Why do you think you can become a good consultant? And I can tell you some statistics. Out of 10 people I meet, only 2 have that skill to become a good consultant. I'll explain you what skill is there. But why do you think you can become a good consultant? Anybody can answer. It's not that everybody can answer. I want to really see some of you who have something which you feel that it's in you. Because of that, you feel that you can become a good consultant. Now people are thinking, not everybody. Actually, this is true. This is the most rewarding business. Consultants are the most rewarding. They don't produce anything. They don't make anything. And they still make a lot of money. But they would have something special, right? People have to do so much to make money in life. Consultants just bring their time and make money. So there has to be something special for them. So one of the members says, Jimit says that it is about understanding of multiple industries. And but Subramaniam's answer I love. He says understanding the pain points. It's a diagnostic capability, which is the super art of this entire thing. And some people are always having that capability of diagnostic. Even in around your family, there would be somebody who's a great listener, who will hear you out, who you feel comfortable with, who you really want to share everything, who would have that kind of capability and so on. This is one big capability. It's not, there are a lot of people who are talkers, but they're not great listeners, and to understand somebody's pain point is a phenomenal strength and one of the big areas for being a consultant. Interpersonal skills, yeah, you are a great networker. That's also a very good. Hariom has given. I call rather all my IFC partners super connectors. They connect opportunities, they connect people, they connect with everyone. They're great storytellers. They can tell story on anything, right? And that people will never forget you because you're a great storyteller. What else? Business agility and disruption. Yeah, this is there, but sometimes consultants are not disruptors. They are not just to disrupt or have the very unique idea which nobody has. Really speaking, I mean, most of the time they actually are a reflection of what you think. As a client, you need a consultant to reflect, right? So there are people who diagnose a lot, and but I'm looking for one more thing which is very important, very, very important, and I feel uh, that's something which makes a good consultant. Let me see, a lot of answers are coming in. Somebody, business option of new businessman. That's true. You need to have a lot of learning, relearning, constant learning, and so on and so forth. Kunal says, bring the right opportunity at the right time. Yeah, that's also true. Market knowledge and people need, yes, a similar thing. If you have diagnostic capability, you diagnose the market opportunity, you diagnose people need, you diagnose their risk reward, and a lot of things we train in our consulting. And then you have wide range of knowledge. That's true. Having emotional intelligence, that's actually a very good one for understanding people. That's a very good one. Emotional intelligence is very important. Look, I have one principle, and then I move to the third question. I would like to park this. I give this example in my training. Who's the wisest person in your life? And normally the answer would come in is your mother, father, brother, and then the most intelligent people in your life, right? You're much more qualified sometimes with your mother would be, but she's always going to be the wisest person in your life, your father or an elder brother or elder sister or somebody like that. Why? Because they were very predictable in your life. They were always there when you needed them. They were so very consistent. So I'm biggest fan of consistency, predictability. If you have this quality, this is the most powerful quality to become a consultant, because then people become dependent on you. They won't trust you. You're there for them, right? And this is not easy. In today's time, so much happening around us, right? It's sometimes overwhelming. When people want to talk to you, they want to talk to you right now. They want to share something. They have an idea to share. So this makes it very, very successful. So if you're a great networker, you're a great learner, you're a great listener, and you are predictable, you can become a great, great consultant. And that's what the opportunity is. So our opportunity is what? Our opportunity is growing in a massive structure. Franchising is growing by 30%. It's a $4.7 trillion industry. It's a phenomenal opportunity. It impacts everything you do and everything you consume, which means that from buying a FMCG product to buying an automobile, to going to a hospital, to a school, to have a courier service, to any kind of other business to business service, everything you consume today has impact of franchising. So it's rewarding. It's financially very rewarding industry because it has high margins. And also you have the most experienced team, which is Franchise India, Fran Global, to get the right go-to market. Now the question comes in, what is the IFC model and why we are sitting here and why IFC? At a company level, we have so many people, 1,200 people working in different markets and so on and so forth. But why IFC? One, very clearly, I have more opportunity than I can address today. And I get frustrated by that because we get so many. And the friends which are talking to me from Nepal, please come down to show. You will find 250 people paid coming there who want to buy a franchise. Right? And I don't have an IFC at this stage in Nepal. It's just a sheer demand. And these 250 are who's who of Nepal. Every single large family, business houses, and so on and so forth, they're all going to be there. Right? So this demand is already there. What I need is person who's consistently working on that demand, right? That's what we want. The demand is not a problem. Even if I put one extra month, this number can become 1,000 and it can become 2,000. It can become 5,000 because, as I said, its total addressable is very high. So one of the areas which is why we want to really be aggressive in the IFC program, because the opportunity and the demand is so very high, right? Like in Dubai, The government of Dubai has launched a special visa for people to become a consultants and professional visa. This is 1 year visa. Solo entrepreneur can run that. Why they launched the visa? Because people love to live in Dubai. Because it's better lifestyle, it's safe, it's everything good around it. But they need an opportunity. Thousands of people every single month migrate to Dubai, put investments into real estate, take a golden visa, do this entire thing, and they sit idle because they don't have an opportunity. And they're coming from all over the world. So who are these people are looking for? They're looking for somebody who can advise them, guide them, and help them in terms of choosing the right opportunity, help them to acquire either a new business or a master franchise or even an existing business. It's as simple as that. The opportunity exists. That's why I'm very, very keen to have more partners with us who would work with us on that opportunity. That's very, very important. But what is a business model? Business model is very simple. We have assets. We have assets, which means that we currently represent over 300 international and about 1,000 plus domestic opportunities with us. And these are exclusive. The topmost fitness chain of America, a topmost fitness chain of Europe, which is from France, a topmost food outlet in the market. So these are iconic brands, and we can share the portfolio with you. When you see the brands, you say, this is phenomenal. This is like the best of the brands we represent, and we are exclusive. Which means when you represent and become an independent franchise consultant, you exclusively represent that. The person who starts with me on 27th, say in Nepal, day one, he will represent 40 top brands of the world, which you will be exclusive representation in that market. Now that's very powerful, right? It's very powerful. It's not easy to do. Even you write 5,000 mails, you will get one reply. And getting into contract is impossible. Because of the legacy of work we have done, this is our strength which we bring in, and this comes to you the day one. The second thing, which is equally important, is the investor base, which we provide you. We provide you a phenomenal amount of investor base, all qualified. We have a large call center. We qualify every single lead. Every single lead is seen, verified, understand their financial commitment, and understand their urgency to invest, understanding their past backgrounds and everything else, which we qualify and give it to you. So what happens? These two become very interesting to work on this. So that's where our strength of this entire thing. Now the question arises, this business model is great. Why IFC? I was joking with one of my IFC partners who was doing meeting with me in Bombay, where I'm sitting now in a hotel. My office is walking distance from here, my Bombay office. And in Bombay office, I have 50 people, right? And they all paid. And meetings I did today, all day, was with all IFCs. And they come from 1 hour traveling from someplace 45 minutes to do meetings with me. Why? Because they're entrepreneurs. They are not working for anybody. They are not full of excuses. They want to work for themselves. And this I learned in COVID period. And that's why I've mentally stopped working with any person who's employee. Even my employees, if they work like an entrepreneur, I can work with them. If they work like an employee, I cannot work with them. Because I mentally don't like to work with people who have all the excuses in the world. I want people to be taking charge. That's also my book. It's called Take Charge. And so that's the structure I want. That's why I love having partners. Sonia said, our channel partners, I don't want to use the word channel. I want partners. I want only partners who are aligned, who have same goal, same passion, same energy, same structure. That's what we want, right? So that's one reason. And they also come with experience. That's the one reason. The second piece is consistency. Consistency is also important, right? You want to see the same person, right? If I know somebody who can help me in one country, Bangladesh, I want to see the same person, right? I might decide today, I might decide after 4 years, but I want to really pick up phone and say, look, I'm now interested in taking the franchise. I met you some time back. I want to really take that decision, right? In the morning, I was coming in, I was rushing because in the morning, it was very early. I came from Chennai. And I was walking in the elevator and somebody came out and said, Mr. Maria, how are you here? I said, I'm just coming from Bombay visit. He says, look, the company I was CEO, that company went into an NCLT bankruptcy. Now I'm looking to do something. I'm now based out of Pune. Can we talk? So you never know, right? This guy met me for some company which is now no more there, but this guy is experienced and he wants to do something. And that's how you build this business, right? Business is not built. It's a consistency of keep doing that entire thing and keep building your network and keep network giving you back. So that's consistency is also very important. And third is integrity, right? It's your market. If somebody joins from UAE or Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or Nepal, you are from there. This is your country. You have strong integrity toward your people, their investors. You need to help them. You need to guide them right. So these are reasons where I feel I'm very inclined towards this program, and this is the world's largest franchise consultant network. We are very, very proud. We have highest quality of people, professionals who worked with us. About 150 of them working not only just in India. We have Bangladesh. We have partners in Mongolia, we have partners in Malaysia, we have Australia, we have Dubai. So these are places where we already have our independent franchise consultant, and we are adding other countries as we go along in different markets. So friends, the last part before I pass it on to our senior colleague Sanjay Bhatt, who's the CEO and director of this program, and he leads this program, across markets, and also he usually committed towards success of our IFC partners, because the only thing which I and Sanjay discussed, that if our partners are successful, we are successful. We make only, he doesn't have a direct business, right? So his business is to make successful partners, and their success will in turn become his success and his company's success, which is a separate company. So what kind of support you can expect from us? This is very important, because you are getting into something which looks like an interesting thing, but should I be able to do it? Is there something which is required which I might not have, or should I invest into this opportunity? The answer is that we support you in what I call the most, MOST. M stands for mentoring. We will mentor you. It's very important, because this I learned actually from a very senior global multinational, big, large company, and I asked him one question. I said, look, how do you train so many people around you and some senior guys? You have so many CEOs working for you and so on and so forth. He says, look, whenever first person I hire, I tell him to stay with me for 2 months. Whatever I'm doing, he's with me, right? And he's seeing what is going around, and he's observing, he's doing that. We're building relationship. We're building. So that's exactly what we do. Any partner who joins in, I have a personal group, WhatsApp group with every single IFC. Not that Sanjay has, obviously, and Sonia is also there on that group. With every single IFC, apart from our common groups, but we have similar groups. So we work daily. We work, what is happening today? How is things going on? What have we done? What are the challenges? Is this brand you getting results or not getting results? It's a duty, right? So to mentor. Then the opportunities, we are an engine to continue to bring in opportunities. Every month, 40, 50 brands. Tomorrow morning, do 12 o'clock, come and join on India time webinar. Every day a webinar happens. Every day at 12 o'clock. Tomorrow you will have the largest restaurant company of London is presenting that, right? So every day some other opportunity would continue to come. So that's opportunities. S stands for sport. You don't know initial day how to pitch, how to get the first proposal, how to get the right proposal out, or what kind of solution we can provide. You need a lot of help. Even experienced people need help, and they need to have a certain call. Like, for example, I just do that, and Sonia does that, and Sanjay does that, and other colleagues also. This month, I am only 2 days in my hometown, which is Delhi, and rest I'm on the road and just doing meetings with every single person. Yesterday, I was doing with IFCs in Chennai. Today, I'm doing with Bombay. So similarly, every single market, every single day, we have joint calls, joint meetings. This is a sport which is must, and is a commitment on both sides. And T stands for training. There is a 3-day residential training which we host you in headquarters, take you through the full training. It's 24 hours of huge content, and you get understanding of different products, different services, different offerings, and so on and so forth. And then you become ready to present yourself to an opportunity. So this is what, friends, we do. It's a very successful program. It is a very, very successful thinking. The last question I asked, 2 questions, and the third question I didn't ask, and which I would like to do, is that before you join, do you have, say, whosoever wants to join or whosoever wants to become a consultant, do you have a number in your mind of what kind of income you want to do out of this? Because a lot of people look at the opportunity, get excited about the opportunity, but they don't know what they can make out of the opportunity, right? And I'll tell you why the reason I asked this question. Because there are 3 types of businesses which are there. Or in every business, I can say there are 3 things which can happen. And 3 ROIs, I call it. The first ROI is return on investment. Like typical distribution businesses, put the money and money can make you certain percentage, right? It's typically return on investment, which we keep talking about. The other 2 ROIs are more important. The other second ROI is return on intelligence. Same person puts, like 5 people put same money, say $1 million each. All 5 would have different results. Why? Because they have different intelligence. And the third ROI is return on involvement. All 5 would have different involvement. So I'm a big fan of the last 2. I'm not a big fan of the first one. So I want to really understand, or even if you don't want to tell now, ask yourself first, if you want to get into this business, what do you want to make out of it? And that would answer how much time you will bring in and what intelligence you will bring in. And if you work on the last 2, you can never fail in this business. So friends, thank you very much. I know I always, my team complains that I take a little too much of time. So I run beyond the time given to me. I think Sonia took a lot of time, so I had to take the balance time. And now it's time for Sanjay. So Sanjay to give a presentation, maybe 10-15 minutes. And the poor guy is only left with 10-15 minutes the last. So Sanjay, over to you for giving your piece, how people can make, what kind of tiers are there in IFC, what structure happens, and what is the next steps if anybody wants to join in. So friends, we are available. I'm personally available in Nepal. I'm available for our friends from Sri Lanka. Thank you very much for joining in. Our friends from UAE, Rashmi can be in touch with you. Our friends from Bangladesh, Bimal Agarwal can be in touch with you. And our friends from India, so all our cluster heads would get in touch with you. And all of you also get in touch with, if you want to speak to me. So I will request this young lady called Isha. Isha, you put your number. People can call you and say, get an appointment and get Sanjay and me on the call. And we both can come on a call and discuss. A lot of people come from different markets where our current representation is not there. So have you put, Isha, your number?
No, sir, I'm just writing it down.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. Sonia, any words from you before we pass it on to
Great.
Sanjay?
I think a very interactive session. I would only say we're looking for like-minded people who also think like we do and who have the same mission of democratizing entrepreneurship as we all at Franchise India. It's an asset-light model, but intellect high, and the biggest asset is our partner himself. So great to connect with all of you friends. Reach out to us. We'll be happy to get into a deeper conversation with anybody feels this is for you. Thank you.
And while I've been into businesses, I'm just listening to my parting thought. In many businesses which give you returns and capital and things like that. But I realized that any business or any enterprise, if it doesn't do 2 things, it's meaningless. One, it doesn't contribute to your economy. We have to make our nations brighter, right? So entrepreneurship makes country brighter. And no country can say, I cannot live without entrepreneurship. It will go to backward cycle. It will never grow. We all have learned that people are happier in better economies, not in poor economies. So we need to work on helping our economies become richer. And second is working towards communities. So franchising is a beautiful industry which works on these 2 things, helping economy, helping communities. And if you have that same vision and same structure, this is an opportunity for you. And not necessarily you want to be part of Franchise India, Fran Global, but you should be part of franchising because this is the industry. I encourage people to be part of it because you create multiply entrepreneurs. You see, An entrepreneur creates employment, but you create multiple entrepreneurs who create multiple megafold employment, right? That's an opportunity. So if our vision is 10,000 entrepreneurs in 1 year, you can see what kind of employment we'll create and what impact on our economy we will do. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you especially for our overseas friends who've joined in. Some of you will meet up in Nepal, and some of you in my next trip in Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or UAE. UAE, I just returned day before I was in Dubai. So thank you very much. Thanks. Over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. In fact, I just want to also mention, because there are some of our partners who have asked me to send me the link. I want to invite some of the guests to join this special webinar, because we really want them also to join Franchise India. So there are some guests who have been invited by our current IFC partners. In fact, one of our IFC partners, who is just 2 months old, have specially asked me, requested me that he has some guests he wants to join Franchise India journey. And they are also joined us today. So thank you very much, sir. I'll take you through maybe 10-15 minutes only. I'll give you some understanding on how you can make money and what is the model actually, what we offer. And then our all regional heads will get you on the call and give you complete understanding on. We will take all your questions, and we will also ask some questions, and later on, we will get you on the joint call with our chairman, sir, and I'll be also coming on the call where we will understand what is your requirement and how we can make this matchmaking happen. So, friends, so my first slide is, I hope it is visible. If anyone can confirm, Shakti, if you can confirm, or anyone.
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Great, great. Thank you. And my friends who are there still, big thank you, because you've been there and will not take much time. It's another 10 minutes only. I'll take you through a few of the important slides. There are few partners who have, few guests who have raised their hand. So my request is to use Q&A box, because we don't have that raising hand and option here to all to talk. Please use Q&A box. So first slide is saying what is franchising. We discussed franchising is $4.8 trillion industry. Franchising is everything that we consume today. Franchising is coming, everything we use, we consume is coming from the franchise company. So what we offer is, now we talk about sectors which are into franchising. So we talk about every category today. You name that category, you name that sector, companies who are following those sectors or categories are franchising their business, because every business want to expand, every business want to enter into new market, and franchising becomes the only viable opportunity and the option to expand or to enter into new markets. Like, for example, if there is any international company based in UK or UAE, now they want to open their store or outlet in Nepal, how would they go? Or in India or in Bangladesh, how would they go? Any company who is based in Pune want to go to any other country or any other city to have their presence there, how would they go? So this is the only viable opportunity. Either company can invest their own money, own financials they will put in to buy a property in other city and to start their own company owned. We call it as COCO, company owned, company operated model. But this was very old. This is very old, wherein you will see Bata 12 to 15 years back, they were doing all COCO models, COCO stores. It's a company owned, company operated. But last 10, 12 years now, Bata even is not investing even a single penny into opening a store. It's all FOCO or FOFO, which is franchise owned or franchise operated, or franchise owned and company operated. Tata Croma, which has got over 300 stores across India, they're all COCO models they had, which are company owned, company operated. But it is the right time wherein now they have joined Franchise India to get an investor who can come invest in this business and take the rights of Tata Croma store, but it is all operated by management itself, company itself, because they want to give a last mile experience to every consumer, because Tata, so it's a lot of trust factor. They don't want to dilute that, because service what they are based on, they want to provide the same service to the end consumer and all across the store. Though it is owned by a franchisee, it's been invested by somebody, but it's all managed by brand itself. So that's how we have a lot of models which we create, and it's very, very tough to understand which business, which model I would want to invest. That's why you need every investor would need a consultant, an advisor who will handhold well and guide them well. So these are all sector-wise companies, businesses who are now looking forward for offering franchise. So what we offer, Franchise India is going to offer you tablet, which we can explain. T stands for technology. We'll create a technology. We'll create a CRM for each one of you once you are on board. We'll give you our database in your CRM, and we'll also create Franchise India domain and email address. That email, which we'll be using with Franchise India domain, which will represent you part of Franchise India, which will give a lot of confidence to your clients that you are from Franchise India. So that's what Franchise India would do. A stands for access to the infrastructure which we have. As we were saying that we have office in Mumbai, we're talking about we have a lot of IFC partners in Mumbai. They come to office, getting their clients, and our team is going to help for the joint calls, joint meetings, and likewise in Pune, in Kolkata, in Chennai, in Delhi, and everywhere we have offices, and these offices are absolutely accessible to all our IFC partners. You can use it full time, also full day, or you can use it for all the training programs which you can do further, or you can invite your clients for the joint meetings as well. B stands for brands. So we have, as we said, we have around 1,200 companies mandate right now, which are exclusive to Franchise India. We have all this access to our IFC partners. That this list is always available, but we want you to create a brand portfolio for each partner, which is based on your experience, based on your profile, and also which are looking forward for expansion in your city. That would be the brands portfolio we create. Otherwise, all the brands are available. You can, as per the requirement from the investor, you can also sell any brand which is there. Or if there is any requirement coming from an investor, a brand is not onboarded, we got, because there's a demand, and we have that capability to reach out to that company and to get that deal done for our IFC partners. L stands for leads. There's a 100% lead support, minimum 50 guaranteed leads every month. But since these are all investor leads, which we are giving, which is guaranteed, but since we want you to be more involved, so someone is more involved and taking some brands, you take any brand, we'll give you leads for those brands, which are fresh leads with a fresh campaign we generate every month, are giving to our other partners, depending on whichever brand you want, whichever location you want to work. There is no restriction in terms of the territory as well. You want to do it for your own city. There are some partners who want to be there in their own city. They want to drive. Even if there is one brand and brand has got 50 franchises to open in any of the state, you want to take that brand and take that state, we'll give you across cities leads also, which are fresh generated, and you don't have to do any lead generation from your side, not even a single penny you have to invest in terms of lead generation or any kind of promotions. E stands for events. As we said that we have 2,000 events done. We are doing every month around 20-25 business meets, events, small, big, every size. And these are all available for our IFC partners. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to invest anything. It's all invited by Franchise India, brands, investors, venue, marketing, lead generation, everything. It's just that you are coming, you are being there, and you are interacting with these investors, understanding the requirement and doing the matchmaking with the right brand. That's what we do. And because we do transactional business, we understand the requirement from the investor side, and we have the right match, and we connect. We have all the brands who are available to come that meeting, to call, to help to close that and make investor understand the opportunity in large. We have T. T stands for training. As we said, we have got 3 days training. So next training is happening on 5th, 6th, and 7th of May, which is in corporate office. And we have already partners who have joined us lately, and now they are coming for the training program. And this month we had on 7th, 8th, 9th, there were training program in corporate office, and we have already a new batch which is now done the training, and now they have already started their business as well. Next is 5th, 6th, 7th. Please, you can also block your calendar. If you really want to join, you want to immediate start, we are equally excited for that. So T stands for training. This will be every month. We have got these 3 days extensive training by chairman and managing director and our very senior professionals, giving each product training to all our IFC partners, and also understanding the company, the journey, the overall, what we have done, how we do it, what is business at large, and also a lot of insights on overall franchise as an industry by franchise guru, Mr. Gaurav Maria, who is the chairman of Franchise India himself. So what is our proposed structure of IFC? As we said, there's a partners who are joining us, but everybody has their own capability, their experience, their profile, and the involvement also, because someone is putting extra time. It depends how you want to start your own business and how you want to grow it further and how you want to keep your investment and investment. I'm talking about in terms of time and what earning you want to do out of this. At base level, when you are joining, so it is a IFC membership you take a license of Franchise India, you become IFC member at the entry point. And once you start work, we help, we support, we will help and support, and then you are achieving some numbers. So when you achieve a revenue of 15 lakh rupees or 15 deals, deals would mean when we are doing a matchmake of an investor and a brand, and investor is paying some token amount to the brand, we call it as a deal. So if you do 15 deals or 15 lakh rupees revenue, whichever is coming early, you will also be promoted to IFC Elite. Now, IFC Elite, why IFC Elite and what you get is my next slide. And if you are doing 50 lakh revenue or 30 deals, whichever is coming early in a year, it's not about 1 month, 2 months, it's a year. You will also be promoted to IFC Pro and then Master once you hit IFC at 1 crore rupees revenue exit. What you are going to get, each ladder, since each position is getting you a bigger revenue. So it is at base level, you get 40% sharing, you are my 40% partner, and then elite membership will give you 50% partnership. And at pro level, you'll get 60%, and at master level, you get 70%. That would mean at 40% when you join us, Franchise India is getting 60% out of the business, what is being done. But in 40%, you have no investment. You don't have to invest for marketing, lead generation, promotions, events, or getting leads, or getting investors, getting brands, nothing. You don't have to do any investment. It's all about done by Franchise India. So you will get 40% share, we'll get 60% in 3 products. We have 4 revenue products largely. We have 3 products here, which are revenue products. We call as IA, IS, BS, and BD. Now, I stands for investor, B stands for brands, which will give you a little more understanding over the call when we have one-on-one. But just to give you understanding, when we are working with investor at one side, brand at one side, because we do matchmake between 2. So from investor, we have got 2 revenue products. From brand side, we have 2 revenue products. We are a brokerage company. We take a success fees, we take a brokerage fee, or we take a investor service fees, or we take brand service fees. So when we talk about IA would mean investor acquisition. So when we start working with an investor, we don't work free, because we as a company, we are advisors, we are consultants. So do you. So once you're working with someone, we will not work for free. So what we do, we have to ask the investor, they have to come on board and they have to register with us. Then we start servicing, because it's not taking 1 month, 2 months, sometimes it takes 4 months, 5 months also. We need to make sure that this investor is locked in and we are giving service and the deal will happen. That's why when we talk about investors, we take them on board. Taking on board, we call it as IA, investor acquisition. That starts from 25,000 rupees plus GST. And because if there's a different investments from the investor side, if it is up to 20 lakh, which is the base level, we charge 25,000 as investor acquisition. And then investor servicing fees would mean when we service that investor, we find a right match. It takes a little time. We give him multiple brands as per the requirement, multiple categories we take them through. And once we do a deal, then investor has to pay us a service fees also with minimum 50,000 rupees when it is a smallest investment of up to 20 lakh rupees. So when we take IA fee, which is investor acquisition fees of 25,000, so it also gives you an understanding that you will definitely get an IS fees of 50,000 minimum. In this case, you are exploring every opportunity as per the requirement, as per the market, as per the profile of the investor, which is up to 20 lakh rupees. But when it goes up, so suppose there is an investor who is looking for 20 to 50 lakh bracket, then this IE will go up, IS will go up, and accordingly, then we have to search a different kind of opportunity which has investment up to between 20 to 50 lakh, then 50 lakh to 1 CR, 1 CR to 2 CR, and then 2 CR and above also. We have a lot of opportunities, and depending on the investor, what is requirement from the investor side. So it goes likewise up, and accordingly, when we are finding an opportunity, finding a brand for each investor, so we are making this matchmake. Every brand we sell a franchise, they have to pay us a brand service fees. This brand service fees would also depend on the opportunity what we are offering. It can be minimum of 1 lakh rupees, but it goes up to 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 10 lakh, but it is up to 25, 30 lakh, up to 50 lakh also, which we charge from the brand, because then there are different opportunities. If it's a international opportunity, one deal you do, signing a master franchise of 5 CR, so we have equally having a bigger opportunity also in terms of brand service fees. It goes up to 10, 15, 20 lakh also. So in just one deal, you can also get from the brand side 20 lakh rupees. Of that 20 lakh rupees, as I said, if it is coming to Franchise India through you, because every money which is coming from investor, whether it's an investor acquisition, it is the investor service fees, it's a brand service fees, it will come in the name of Franchise India. So what is your share? In these three products, your share is 40%. Now, how I can make you explain further? Suppose you are working with 10 investors every month. Let's take first month, you have 10 investors on board. You do a minimum of 25,000. It becomes 25 into 10, 2.5 lakh. And this 2.5 lakh rupees has come to Franchise India. Your share is 40%. And this 40%, which is 1 lakh rupees, will go to you. The rest will come to Franchise India. And you have no investment. And at the same time, this investor servicing fees, in this case, will 50,000 each investor will pay, because once you lock in the investor, once you do the IA, once you have taken the investor on board, it equally gives you an opportunity as a guarantee that you will get IS also and BS also. Because this deal will happen, it's make sure, because someone who have paid you a registration fee and he's a serious buyer, he will buy the brand. Maybe it can take 2 months, it may take 1 month, it may take 15 months, 15 days, or it may take a year also sometimes. But we work as per the investor. If he is in a rush, we are also equally giving him opportunity in no time. But it is 100% sure that if investors lock in with you, you will definitely get the service fees from both investors also and brand also. So as I said, if you do 10 investors in 1 month, wherein all the support will be given by Franchise India, all the joint meetings will be done by the team, and this will give you 10 into, as I said, 50,000 as an IS fees, which is 5 lakh, and this will again give you 40%. 40% of 5 lakh will give you 2 lakh rupees again. But at the same time, if we talk about the brand, what is sold to the investor, it can be different brands to different investors, right? If I can take an example, an average, let's say 2 lakh rupees we have got from each brand for the selling the franchise. Somewhere we can get 5 lakh, 10 lakh also, but in some cases we can get 1 lakh also if it's a very, very low opportunity, around 5 to 8, 10 lakh opportunity. We can get minimum 1 lakh. But as an average, if we talk 2 lakhs, these all 10 investors who have bought the franchises through you, then you have sold 10 franchisees. So let's assume it is 2 lakh rupees each brand is paying you. So it becomes 20 lakh rupees. So out of this 20 lakh rupees, again, 40% will go to you, which is 8 lakh rupees. So in case of getting 10 investors on board, so your earning potential becomes 1, 2, and 8. It becomes 11 lakh rupees will go to you in these. And every month you continue to do the same. Here is a fourth product, which is BD. We call it as a business development. Would mean there would be some time when you have a reference. You can go to Google, you can start searching the companies, businesses who are offering franchise, or you can to come to event, you can meet, other businesses. There's some event happening in your city, you can visit. You can get a lot of businesses there who are not into franchise. You can just use that reference and give it to us. We will come on the joint call, as our chairman sir was mentioning that he is today in Mumbai doing IFC's meetings. Would mean IFC's partners who are invited their clients, invited maybe brand, maybe investors who are making the meeting with our chairman sir, or everybody of our team. We can do on a Zoom meeting, we can do a physical meeting, and after this we'll send the proposals. We will all do for you, and all closures, follow-ups, payments, everything we do. So brand onboarding is also having opportunity with us, because every day we take new brands on board. It's also done by franchise India team and our IFC partners as well, but all done by our efforts, and we are doing the joint meetings and joint calls, and only then after we do, it's only your reference or a connect a meeting. That's why there's a 20% in each case. Here it is going 40, 50, 60, 70, but in BD case, it will remain 20%, because there is no service which you are providing to onboard a brand, all done by Franchise India. So your percentage is 20%. This 20% would mean the fee which we are charging for each brand to take on board. Now, brand onboarding, how we are going to make franchisees for that brand, getting them ready, documents, everything we do. But brand has to pay us an onboarding fee, which is minimum 7.5 lakh, and it goes to 75 lakh rupees for that brand. So it is 4 formats actually we have, 7.5, 15, 40, and 75. So if we assume it's a 7.5 is a startup, we can charge a minimum 7.5, and you can do as many every month. You can do 10, you can do 20, you can do 5, you can do 1. It's up to you how many you want to connect, how many references you want to get. So if we take, suppose, 2 brands on board from any IFC partner, we get 15 lakh rupees minimum, which is a base level. So out of 15 lakh rupees, there's a direct 20% going to our IFC partners. That would mean 3 lakh will go to you for only arranging that meeting. So likewise, you can do it regularly. You can increase the number of meetings, getting as references. This product is wherein you don't have to put any effort. It's only the reference what you are going to connect on the Zoom call also, or the physical meeting also. And for that, our chairmen, sir, me, and all the leaders, they are traveling to your city every month. Every show which we are doing in your city, we are asking our IFC partners to invite your guests there, clients there. We do joint meetings and rest. Every support which is required will be done by Franchise India team only. As for the leads, as I said, at base level, you'll get 50 minimum leads. It will increase. CRM will give you 1 CRM at a base level. Then also we increase these, it will go 1 + 1, 1 + 2 would mean that you can also ask your team members, your family member to join you as a team. You don't have to do anything, that you will get more leads and more brands if you have more CRM IDs with you. So the way you grow, you'll also grow your business, your percentage of leads will grow, and your CRM will also grow. But there is no bar of lead generation, because every month around a 1 lakh minimum investors are getting in touch with Franchise India for getting a new business for themselves. So we have huge database. So there's a huge demand which we have. That's why if we have even 10,000 franchise consultants in India, it's a very, very large country. We will not be able even service our investors. That's what the humongous opportunity there. We believe that every household today have at least one person who is looking forward to starting new business, who is going to help. That's why this becomes really very great opportunity and very, very great rewarding. Because why it is rewarding? Because you are getting one, payouts, which is 40% starting. Second, you are getting cash incentives, which all the brands which are onboarded with us, they offer cash incentives to all our partners, because they want a specialist to work for them to get franchise on board. They offer a lot of cash incentives that will go directly to you, our partners. There is no cut from Franchise India. Third, as I was discussing, there's a contest. This contest we put on every quarter. This quarter we have Kazakhstan, which is Almaty, wherein there will be 4 or 5 days a contest which we contest which we are putting in, and this destination is all international, so it's every quarter. All the investments done by Franchise India, so there's some criteria which is very minimum, wherein we help you to qualify, and then you will also qualify for that. All the support will be done by Franchise India, so you will be qualifying for that contest also. These are three things which we are offering. First is revenue, which is a payouts, which will go to every month we do business. Next month, first week, you will get this credit and transferred to your account. Second is your cash incentives. And third, we are also giving an opportunity for traveling internationally with us to after qualifying that contest. What it all going to take you, there's one fee, which is a license fees, taking the brand of Franchise India. That's a brand fee. It's only one time, which is 5.5 lakh plus GST, wherein you become partner with Franchise India. So as I said, we are selling franchisees, we are matchmaking. So every brand which is offering a franchise opportunity for any investor, there's a franchise fees, then there's a setup cost, there's a stock cost. So it goes to 20 to 30, 40 lakh rupees, but there's a huge risk out there. Now, if you join an established company like Franchise India, a very, very successful business which is franchising, and we are only market leader in the in the country. So if you'll join a company like Franchise India, this is the one small fee which we have put as a license fees, which you have to pay to Franchise India and become the partner with Franchise India, take the license, and all the 3 years is the agreement. You don't have to actually do any kind of investment further. This all will be done by Franchise India, and this is a highly rewarding business for each one of you. So today we have taken, even it's around 35 minutes extra, but to get you on this call now further one-on-one, we will speak to you. We'll reach out to each one of you and get a call done with you to give you understanding what we are offering further. Is there any question you have? Please ask regarding the business model, regarding your earning, your anything you have. We will answer that, and we'll also ask some questions. If we really feel there's a match make, we'll take it to the next level to have 10 minutes introduction with our chairman, and then we will take you on board. As I said, there's a training program 5th, 6th, and 7th May in corporate office. We will be inviting all those who are coming on board. So a big thank you to everyone, because we have taken a lot of extra time today to staying there. We can see there are a lot of people already there still. Thank you very much for your patience and being there for this extra time as well. But we will also look forward for like-minded people to join this journey of Franchise India. A big thank you from our team also, because this is very special webinar wherein we have extended our invitation to become franchise